computer. Is it recording? Yes. Yes, it is now. Hey guys, it's me, Steph, and David's over wherever he is on your screen. We are your directors for, hey, you on your screen, we're next to each other. On my screen, you're like down there. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We are your directors, the directors for Team Scent Squad Empire, and we are super duper happy to be here tonight. We have lots of great stuff that we want to cover with you. And we're going to try to keep this short, but you know, that's a challenge for me. So let's get started. Do you want to start tonight, or you want me to?
Okay, sure. I will start.
Okay.
I will talk that way since the microphone is over there. Yeah, maybe we put it like in the middle. No, not so much. Okay, so the Scentsy Family Reunion 2020 presentations are now available in the training section. If you haven't,
Training center.
What did I say?
Section.
Yeah, what she said.
In the training center.
Yeah, what she
They're available in the training center.
So if you go to the actual news on the workstation, there's a link there where you can click on to actually get you to the presentations and everything. If you were there live, not really live, you saw them originally when they first came out.
Yes, if you were able to watch the recordings during SFR,
yeah,
they have been moved to the training center, which you still had a week to watch them in SFR, but they've already been moved. Yeah. So you can still go
everybody
there.
Everybody has access to actually see them.
Yes, now and continue your training if you didn't get to watch all of the videos. I know that for me it was a struggle because just so many people in the house to watch a lot of them and actually be able to focus and not have like, mom, I need a whatever. And so now when they begin the training center, maybe with some of your children going back to school or whatever, you might be able to catch up some on some of that.
So if you go to the news and find the one that says about the family reunion, there's a link that you can actually click to go straight there, and then you can save that, watch all the ones that you saw already as refresher, or if there were some that you couldn't catch when it was originally out, then you can rewatch it.
Yes.
Did you download that PDF?
I did.
Okay, so
I didn't read it. I downloaded
about the queue system.
Yep.
Okay, so how many people, raise your hand if you got to experience the queue system? No?
Nobody. No, I did.
I did too.
I did. He did just for fun because I was the one over
No, actually, I was
stressing out placing the orders.
Trying to send someone about the harvest collection.
Yeah.
And I
in
was
the middle of me trying to place the orders on the queue.
Well, I wasn't logged in. I was just going to the
PWS but you can't go to the PWS site. When there's a queue, you cannot just go to the PWS site. You cannot just go to the workstation because you're in queue.
Yeah.
Because they're only allowing so they don't crash our website.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. So someone that's new to this kind of a big rush, and the harvest collection will be the same way.
Yeah.
September 1st, I promise you, it will be just like the rocket group launch. Maybe
it'll be worse, actually. Let's be clear.
What was happening before?
And it's at like 3 a.m. So yeah, it's 3 a.m. Eastern. So what is that, like 2 a.m. our time? So yeah, no sleep that night. We're gonna be up together. Yeah. Should find something to binge watch together.
What was happening before the queue system, because this is like brand new, they've never done this before.
Yeah.
Was so many people would try to join the site that they crashed the site. And then you have to wait for servers to come back up. And then everything was really slow. So
Chandra, you probably experienced some of that, right? With the flash sale and stuff like that, right? Yeah. I would tell you the seeing 4,000 people were in line in front of me on the queue system for the workstation was like, what? I was just in the workstation. Like, I was in the workstation working, and it kicked me out, and then it told me 4,000 people were in line in front of me, and I'm like, what? How did this happen? So that was like a little bit scary, but still, I was within like 10 minutes and out. Was able to place all my orders and everything was fine.
So I was on the PWS site, just trying to actually pull the harvest collection sign up page to send a link to somebody, and I think
put
it was
him in the
like
queue.
I think it was like 10,000 something people ahead of me. I was like, what the? And so I just sat there. It wasn't long.
No,
It was like 2 or 3 minutes.
because I was in queue in both places just in case one popped before the other. You know, because Groot did sell out in about an hour and a half. I think is what I've deciphered through everybody's posts. So yeah.
So I just left it there and I left it on one screen and I was doing work on the other, and then all of a sudden the site just popped up and I went to what I needed to do, copied the link, sent it to her, signed her up for the reminder for the harvest collection because she wants one of the um,
I don't know why you didn't just take a pre-order for her, but anyway.
yeah, whatever. She's actually leaving going on vacation like that afternoon. So let me get your credit card information.
I'll send you an invoice on Friday. Okay, just saying. But anyway, the queue system did seem to work pretty well. There's like with any of our limited time offers or any of our anything we try to do, you're not going to please everybody. You're not going to make everybody happy, and we just have to do the best we can for our customers and be honest with them and upfront with them that there is a possibility they may not be able to get what they're wanting. With the Jack Skellington, they have said that they have ordered a lot. I don't know what a lot is to some people, but I will be, like I said, up in the middle of the night to fill my pre-orders for that. Now, one thing I would suggest is if you are going to be using the workstation, is that you go ahead and have everybody's name entered into the cart, right? So that all you have to do is go in and, especially if they're shipping to someone. So I have like a bunch of orders that are shipping to different people across Arkansas and like some into Illinois. So what I'm going to be doing is putting everybody's information, their direct ship information. Oh yeah, grab her head. Anyway, I'm going to put everybody's order information in their direct ship so that it's all set to go. So that all I have to do is go in and click in, this one wants the mini warmer, this one wants both warmers, this one wants a 6-pack of wax, this one wants this one wants that. I typically use a Google form, and I guess I could show you that, but I haven't been using it this time, to be honest with you. I've been just writing them down in my notebook, and I kind of just made a list of this is what people want, because people don't always like to fill out forms. They don't got time for that. So, yeah. So I've been just using my form. Now, I would tell you that if you are only taking pre-orders for local customers, it may be faster for you to use the PWS because you aren't going to have to try to log in multiple places, right? Or you're not going to be like a consultant trying to figure out how do I get everything in. So when I am doing these orders, the pre-orders I've taken is already a qualifying party, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and under my name, I'm going to enter $200 worth of merchandise. And I'm just going to delete that out after I've entered all the Jack Skellington stuff. And so that I can go ahead and enter the rewards, right? So the rewards are already entered. The party is already ready to go. I will just have to go in. And what I usually do is I put in, 4 stargazers, right? I just put 4 stargazers or 4 novas, whatever the $50 item is, so that I can just delete that one thing. It'll pop it out of my cart. And then my hostess rewards and everything will still be there because I entered the Jack Skellington stuff, and it's going to equal over $200. Does that make sense to everyone? So that's kind of how I do it. You can do it however works for you. Like I said, though, if you're doing local orders, to make sure that if there is a situation where we do go on back order, you may want to use the PWS and you may want to have them all shipped to you and then distribute them that way. It's totally up to you how you do that. This is what I'm trying this time, and we'll see. Last time, I ordered mine in the first 3 minutes of them being live, and I had it all shipped to me, and then I shipped it out to whoever wanted it or about them locally.
Chandra just posted a form she uses for pre-orders.
Well, let's see.
I will say that actually, if you go to create a Google form for something like this, you want to get the specific information needed without asking too many questions.
Yeah.
I know a lot of the Google forms you'll find online, there's like, they're going to ask you like 30 things. Oh,
what the heck?
She's trying to join on her computer now.
Oh, I'm so confused. You're confusing me. Okay,
She's
she's there twice. Okay. Let me in, please. I'm like, let you in, please.
That's
what
why
the
I
heck?
saw that and I was like,
You're here. What is wrong with you?
It just so happened that she asked that question immediately after Chandra posted the link, and I was like, what is she saying?
Are you in now? Oh, she's connecting to audio.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, can you hear us?
Okay.
Can you hear me now? Good.
I can hear you now.
All right.
Great.
Thank you.
Yeah, sorry I didn't let you in. I didn't see you wanted in. Since I have my microphone up, it's like in front of my screen, so I can only see like through.
I was looking for something, and I was like,
yeah, you won't see it.
I don't
You don't have the power.
I'm not that important.
Hmm.
So anyway, on that form that she has, she's just asking for like the host name, their name, email address, phone number, and shipping address, which is perfect because you're gonna capture that information, you're gonna put it in.
Yes, always make sure you put that information in the workstation. I can show you the one I did for Jack Skellington last year. Let me see if I can find it real quick. This was mine. And copy. This is the one I used last time, and it worked out good too. I don't remember how many pre-orders we had on it, but it worked out good. Let me screen share.
You can't see that.
I copied the link. Oh, because it's off. Yeah, turn the form off. That doesn't work for you at all. Okay, so basically I just dropped it in a Google form. Did someone invite you? What's your name? What's your email address? What's your phone number? What's your shipping address? If they wanted to pick up locally, I told them pick up local. Then I bundled it, right? I started to do this for this season, and then I was like, I'm not really feeling this form, and so I stopped halfway through. Well, I didn't stop halfway through. I stopped editing right here. But then I asked, how do you want to pay for it? Do you want to PayPal, Cash App? Do you want me to call me with your card information? Do you want Square Invoice, or other? Do you want to like meet me and give me cash? Is basically what other is. And then, did they want to add any other products on? Because maybe they need wax or whatever, then there was an option for them to do that. And then, what would you do with extra paycheck each month? Kind of like if you were on the last call, Jill was talking about, do you want extra money? Kind of like that introductory thing to get them to think about having their own business, but without like, hey, do you want to join my team? You know what I mean? So that's kind of how I did that. And then like, of course, this form had a submit thing. But it doesn't right now because it's not active. So you can see, there's no wrong or right way to do this. Chandra's link she posted is great too. Hers is very similar to our Google shopping form. Look at all these stuff. Scentsy wish list. No. This is our standard order form that we use, and it's just the same thing. The date, host name, your name, email address, phone number, shipping address, their card orders. Do they want free shipping? You want to own your own Scentsy business? Like, no way, let's do this, whatever, And are you a VIP? Which we haven't used. I haven't updated that since we changed the name of the VIP group. And it's pretty easy. And then you can see, like, here's a response I had from August of 2019, which was probably the last time I honestly used this form, because most of my customers now will just send me a screenshot of their cart, which I really like, because then I know that what they've asked me for is in stock because they were able to put it in their cart, right? And so I'm not like, well, I don't know if they have that sent or not. So this is great, and it kind of like gives you some demographics and stuff like that when you do responses. So you can use a Google form. You know what? It's your business. You do what you want with it. Like I said, this time I just did mine on my handy dandy notebook. I wrote them down. So hopefully I don't lose that page. But the queue system was pretty easy and all that. And
yeah, she was just saying that hers is one of those where you fill out those boxes and then you click next, and then it goes to another set and another set and another set.
Gotcha.
Based on what questions and stuff that they ask.
Cool. Okay. So, what else did you want to talk about? We talked about the queue system. No, Alexa. Shh. Alexa, stop. She's trying to talk to y'all.
No, nobody pulled her chain.
Seriously. For real.
Did you know that the Scentsy emailed all your customers for Captain America?
Yeah.
And they're gonna email all of them. I think I already said this the other day for the Harvest collection.
Yeah, it was in the news tab.
So
I do read it occasionally.
yeah, I do too. Like I look for new stuff every day, and then sometimes I get confused, and I'm like, did I read that already? So I just read it again.
All right. Well, do you have anything else you wanted to chat about before I go into my notes
You
here?
go into your notes because the other thing I want to talk about was compliance stuff. But I think
Oh, that's
what
like
you're
a whole 5 pages of notes, y'all. Oh my word. Okay, so let's talk about if you were not able to be on the Super Saturday call, y'all need to figure out how to get that on your radar for Saturdays just to listen in. It's a call with Group Make It Happen, and they were just talking about how the Harvest Collection September 1st is going to be a big day. It's going to be crazy. Just be prepared. Don't get overwhelmed. You'll get in when you can get in, and just do your best and make sure your customers know that you're doing your very best. But there's a possibility that limited time offer products can sell out before we have the opportunity to get them. It's gonna be crazy. The website will be crazy. The workstation will be crazy. Your numbers probably won't update September 1st right away. So don't get shocked or be like, why is my PRV not showing up? If it doesn't show up the next day, then maybe get worried. But it will show up eventually as long as your orders are showing in the order history tab. Okay, so don't let that get you losing your mind. Okay, so the other thing is once you get into the workstation, you're gonna have 20 minutes to do whatever you want to do. Or once you get on the website, you're in for 20 minutes. Okay, at the end of 20 minutes, they're kicking you out so they can let more people in. So keep that in mind, depending on what you have for Harvest. And we've been talking a lot about Jack Skellington and Sally and everything, but the Harvest Collection is also a really big push. It would not shock me at all for us to sell out of the hand soaps or the cleaning stuff. That wouldn't shock me at all if those things were also sold out very quickly. Jen Audette was the speaker, and if you've never had a chance to hear Jen speak, I know you guys, yes, yeah, the sugar scrubs, that'll probably be gone too, sister. You want that, you better get on in. You better be up with me at 2 a.m. refreshing the workstation so I don't get kicked out and not back in it. 4,000 in the workstation. Are you kidding me? Okay, anyway, they're also talking with, I don't know if Chandra, did you hear Jill say that they're talking about taking that number off so you don't know that you're 4,000 in the queue? That's probably better because I was starting to stress.
I don't know. I would rather it say something.
Yeah, maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever, something, some kind of estimated time.
Yeah, I don't want to just be pretending.
We talked about the queue. We're past the queue. Okay, we're going past the queue.
You brought it up.
I know, but I didn't mean for you to elaborate. Okay, so Jen is a really awesome speaker, and she has a lot of great videos on YouTube. So Jen Audette is her name, and I know you guys have heard me talk about her before. But she, if you're listening, or if you're wanting something to listen to while you're cleaning or whatever, look her up on YouTube, watch some of her videos or listen to some of her videos. She is really just this super normal kind of lady that has really made Scentsy a business for herself. She retired as a dental hygienist and just isn't home. But she brought up a couple cool things I thought on her call. Uber paid more 1099s in 2019 than any other direct business. So they were the number one gig in this gig economy. They were the number one there. Airbnb paid $2.1 million to women business owners, and they're all following the same kind of standard that Scentsy is. And so I think we're in a really good place as far as that goes with the company we have chosen to be part of and what all it offers outside of just warmers and wax for people and consultants. So she said that to be successful, you can break everything down into 4 chords, kind of like you can break any song down into 4 chords, okay? And you may have heard this before, but the 4 chords for Scentsy, and there is a speech somewhere, and I'll try to find it and share it on our group page. But our CEO, Orville, did a speech at one of the conventions, and it was before we joined, talking about the 4 chords and the 4 chords of Scentsy. And it's pretty simple. The first chord is party, the second chord is sponsor, the third chord is customer service, and the fourth chord is never stop improving yourself. So those are the 4 things that, like, as you're doing everything within your business, you should really focus on the things that you should make sure that you're making the difference in your business in these 4 areas. And if you're doing these 4 areas, you're going to find success with Scentsy. Okay. So that was my, I mean, like, I have a whole bunch of more notes on that, but that's, okay. I have a whole bunch more. Who? Okay. I don't see anything. Okay. I have a whole bunch more notes on that. But like when she, what, okay. Let me just go through it real quick. So, chord 1 was party, you know, growing your PRV, making your borrow bags, having them ready to go. That's the big thing. If you have borrow bags sitting in front of you ready to go, you are more apt to hand them out. If you have to get stuff together, if you have to print like the inserts, the, you know, like I put in a hostess bingo in our bags. If you have to do all these extra things before you're ready to give out that party, it's obstacles in your way, I guess, to be able to get that bag out to someone. Make samples and leave them with people, but make sure you get their info. You know, create a referral special. If you refer someone who books a party, you're going to send them something, right? A sample, right? If you're doing it one-on-one, you send them whatever you want. If you're posting it, you're sending them a sample, right? If you're doing it one-on-one, you say, if you refer somebody to my page, I'm going to send you out a scent circle. Or if you refer somebody to my page, I'm going to send you Happy Mail, right? Happy Mail can be anything, right? So we kind of are like making sure we're not getting in trouble with compliance for personal specials or pay to play or any of those things. Make sure you're advertising your business on social media, refresh your list of 100, and join like a networking group. Like I belong to a group here in Jonesboro. It's a women's Northeast Arkansas women's networking group or something like that. I am their Scentsy girl. You're welcome to come with me, but you're not welcome to have my spot. Okay. Just putting it out there in the world. Just saying. Okay. But, you know, find a group, find a community, find your niche. What is your niche, you know? And we talked about that on one of our previous calls. The number 2 chord is grow your team. Or wait, number 2 was number 2 was sponsor. Yes, grow your team. I'm knocking stuff down. Grow your team. So your sales are your income for today. Your bookings, booking parties and things like that are your income for tomorrow. But sponsoring is your income for forever. So one of the things we always need to be looking forward to is how can we share this blessing of Scentsy with other people? How can we help them on their journeys get to where they want to be? And you know, it's most of it's just about asking people, putting yourself out there, making yourself vulnerable to ask. The third one was customer service. And for you, both of you, because you both have teams, they're on here, and anybody that's watching the replay, if you're a leader of your team, it's also about providing service to your teams. You know, I want to just shout out Chandra right now. Actually, both you girls have done a great job, but Chandra has done something that it's really caught me, and it's made me think back that I am not as good of a leader as she's going to be. Because every Monday or every Tuesday, she posts out, hey, this call is happening at this time. Every Thursday, she posts a reminder, hey, this call is happening at this time. And I'm like, shoot, I need to do that too. So she's probably seeing me, but you know what I'm doing, Chandra? I am copying what you're doing and I am pasting it in the squad chat, okay? So, but it's those little things that like, hey, you can inspire anybody. And you know, you're a leader and you guys are showing up and you're showing what you're doing. Ashley is shouting out her team all the time. And I'm so proud of both of you girls for doing that. So keep doing that. Don't ever forget that your team is just like your customers, because now I'm not saying that you have to like spoil them as much as you should your customers, but you know, shouting them out, sending them a text messages, sending them a, hey, I'm checking in on you. Just want to make sure you're still alive or life is okay, you know?
Hey, you're doing a good job. Just want to let you know.
Okay. You guys get where I'm going with that. But when it comes to customers, provide great customer service. Spoil your customers. And, you know, everybody's business looks different. Everybody's spoiling looks different. My customers always get fun dip and handwritten notes. That's what they get. That's where my business is. I am not like one of these crazy people. Like, you can get in these groups and you can see them doing all these things, and I am not doing all these things. They're getting a handwritten note and they're getting fun dip, because that's as fun as I can be right now with everything going on in my life. I'm not putting extra confetti in their bag that's just gonna make a mess, because if I got that at home, I would be like, oh, don't dump that on the floor. You know what I mean? Okay, but if you want to put glitter and confetti in their bags, then I'm gonna like high five you.
Don't give them a glitter bomb.
You are all that in a bag of chips. But spoil them in some way. Find something that is unique to you. I saw this really cool idea. If you have the wax molds and you haven't used them to make wax, or if you have used them to make wax, you can make gummies out of our Scentsy wax molds. Isn't that a great idea? I thought that was a fabulous idea. So I might be making some gummies out of my Scentsy wax molds, because I never use them to make samples. But I might make gummies out of them because I think it's too much for a sample. Okay, the last one, chord 4, was improve yourself. You know, watch motivational YouTube videos, podcasts. Ashley's been doing this. She's been sharing that on her drive. She's listening to a podcast in our accountability group. You know, the more positivity you put out in the world, the more that's going to come back to you. I 100% believe that. If we focus on the negative things that are happening, I don't see her joining that. If we focus on the negative things I suppose, Chandra, I don't know, but it probably wouldn't make my gummies taste very good. Yeah, I'm just saying. I cannot keep up with the chat. And then you start typing, and I'm like, what did she say?
I was
and I'm like,
there,
squirrel.
and I'm talking with,
okay, well, okay. So, anyway, so yes, put some positivity in your life. Look at something that is going to be motivational for you, or some way to improve yourself. If it's a training from the workstation, if it's a training from another consultant, there is a great couple, Allison Dalkey. I can't think what her husband's name is, but they have a great Facebook group or page or something, but it's online steps to success or something like that. And she's a really great inspirational superstar director. And her husband is super funny and cute, so you might as well watch him, right? Okay, I'm admitting both of those, so she's coming in here twice. Yay, Christy's coming.
She's just gonna be listening, she said.
That's fine. Hey, Christy, welcome. You can just listen. That's cool. Okay, so that was the big things for the 4 chords. And I thought that they were really, really, really great. Okay, then on Monday, I had a leadership call, and it was all around compliance. And David even hopped on it from his office because it was like all over the place. But it was all around pay to play guidelines. And we did some training on pay to play guidelines. And I think everybody in our team that has watched that training, like you two, knows what we're saying when we talk about pay to play. But you cannot, so there's 2 things. Okay. Number 1, Facebook is not a good place to discuss compliance issues. So if you have an issue with something that is out of compliance, do not post it in our group. You are welcome to message me directly. You're welcome to email compliance. But it's not a place to complain about compliance things. Okay. This was what Chuck said. And Chuck is our compliance person. I don't exactly know what his title is, but he's Chuck. And anyway, any consultant in the company, no matter what level, can email compliance directly to ask a question. Now Ashley and I were talking about an issue she had saw on a Facebook group not that long ago, and that was perfectly fine. We talked through it, and I told her at the end of our conversation, I think that she should turn them into compliance because what they were doing was out of compliance. But it's not, at the same time, this is driving me crazy. At the same time, it is not our job to be the compliance police, right? Remember, arrows out. What you put out in the world is what you're going to get back. So if somebody else is over there doing something that is shady, turn them in if you want to. But at the same time, just run your business the right way, and your customers are going to come back to you because you're taking care of them. That consultant that's out there trying to sell $5 wax or trying to, it reminds me of the Girl Scout cookies, Chandra. It reminds me of, okay, so Chandra and I are Girl Scout. Former, I'm a former. Are you a former? Did you retire? No, she's still in it. Former. Okay. So we had a situation where in Memphis they were selling Girl Scout cookies for $5 a box, and our girls, well, $4.50 a box, and our Girl Scout cookies in Jonesboro were $5 a box. And so people from Memphis were coming to Jonesboro to sell their cookies for $4.50, and our girls were having to, like, you know, it's not really fair, right? So we could have followed them, taken pictures of their car, told them to leave, which we did, or we could have put arrows out and just gone down the street, sold our cookies at the price we were supposed to, and reported them to the person, and then had them go and tell them to leave. You know, so it's just a matter of what you want out of your business. And if we spend all our time and I'm going to tell you, there's a girl in the Paragold Facebook groups that does it all the time. And I have gotten messages from customers saying, do you know she's doing this? And I'm like, you know what? It's her business. If she wants to lose it at the end of the day, that's up to her. Because the situation with compliance and what happens is sometimes you get a warning and sometimes you're out. Okay. So if you have a question on whether or not something you're doing is in compliance, ask. And if I don't know the answer, the thing I'm going to tell you is to email compliance and ask them. It's not even worth it to open a chat with them because they're not going to tell you anything. They're just going to tell you email compliance, or they're going to forward your chat over to compliance. So, do you remember what the two things he said were? If it's this, if on the pay to play, if it's yes.
If you're going to charge the customer money and it's a chance to win something, then it's out of compliance. Those are the two things that if you
wait. If the chance to win is random, and if they had to do anything to earn it, and that requires effort. So it goes back to that effort. So did they have to buy something? Did they have to pay for a bingo card? You know, did they have to do anything? Those things are considered effort and would not be okay. They can't be any financial consideration to be entered into whatever the prize is. So like things that would be okay would be like the person who places the largest order, the person who orders a specific item, the last person to place an order, or the first person to place an order. Points are okay as long as you're not giving points for
if they had to pay to get the points.
If they had to get paid to get points, yes. So, like, points would be okay if it was like, hey, the first person to place an order gets 50 points, second person to place an order gets 30 points, the third person to place an order gets 40 points. Because it's just you're only getting the points based on your position you ordered in, not that you ordered or not that you ordered a specific amount. There is going to be a training coming out from them on this because there was a lot of questions. One of the things that we did last holiday season, was take and make parties. And actually those are out of compliance because you can't tell them they paying $30 for some wax and they can make something. Now, you can, loophole time, you can tell them they're paying $30 for the craft and they're getting a gift of Scentsy products. See what I'm saying there? You guys see how I did that? That's the loophole. That was the loophole. That was the exact loophole that they used. So, Chandra, you know what I'm saying? Okay. It's about time to make some more door signs. Robert, get to cutting. Okay, and then they also talked about the adopted cop and adopted nurse thing. One thing that they have to do is the product actually building the shelf. That's right. Well, he's busy. He's busy building the shelf. The product.
Hopefully they have the fair.
Well, they're having theirs.
I know. It's still on right now.
Oh, well, he's gonna build. She needs a shelf anyway. Just saying. Well, who doesn't need a shelf?
It needs to be easy to take up and put down. I'm just saying.
She's got Robert. Hey, come on.
He's gonna be like bringing boards and put up there.
Yeah, I mean,
It can't take as long as ours to put up.
we gotta come up with a better system. Anyway, let me back on track.
Squirrel.
So, the adopt a cop and adopt a nurse. Okay, this is one of the things I brought up. The product actually has to go to the customer, so you have to give it to the customer to give it to the nurse. So I can tell you that we had done a adopt a teacher, and I think I've gotten all my posts removed because I was going to deliver them to the schools for the people that wanted to adopt them, and we can't do that. Now, I can privately message the person and say, hey, I'm going up to the school to deliver this one for this teacher, for my, like maybe my son's teacher, right? Would you like me to take yours with me? You know, that's okay in private message. You just can't post it publicly because then it goes into a personal special. Does that make sense to everyone? So it has to go to the customer. So whoever's like adopting would have to be giving it. Now, if you do it in private message, you're okay to go there.
But be careful with that.
Yeah.
Because even in a private message, if you have asked them to pay money for a chance to win, like a raffle or whatever, that's still out of compliance.
Right, because that's
Even
like
if you said-
gambling. And we can't even, you can't even get a gambling license. This is backed up. I'll back up. They did say before you got on the call that you cannot even purchase a gambling license in your state and do these kind of things because that was what somebody was going to do so that they could continue doing these things. They were going to buy a gambling license. I'm like, what are they giving away and how do I get in their group? It gets better. You cannot, let me say this very clearly. You cannot charge people to be in your VIP groups.
Yeah.
I don't know who thought of that, but
I was like, wait a minute.
I was
Man,
like,
we missed the bus.
charge people to be in my VIP group. Who is doing that? You can't do that. Don't do it. I was like, really? You have to buy a whiff box to be on VIP in my group. Okay. I don't know. That's just crazy.
Don't do it.
If you decide to do, so let's talk back about teams. So as you guys are growing your teams, if you decide to do team challenges, you can't do the same thing. You can't do drawings for items based on something. You have to do it based off of quantity. So like the one we did for the cows, right? So whoever sells the most gets the prize, right? That's okay. Or if you, it just can't be random.
Some of the things are kind of like muddy water.
Yes.
Like, for example, here's one that they got to get back to us on. Is at the end of the month, at the beginning of the next month, everybody that bought from you, now they've already bought something from you, and you give them a ticket, right? Which is something that a lot of people do. So you give them a ticket for something they've already paid for, and then you're going to draw one of the ticket numbers to when that person's going to win something, right?
Probably a cent circle because I'm cheap.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's something that we've been doing and that several other people are doing the same thing. So is that in or out of compliance, that question, they couldn't answer on the call.
Yeah, they have to get back to us
They had
on it.
several people ask that exact same question, and they said they would have to get back to them on it.
So we'll have to get back to you on it because we don't know the answer, but I can tell you this. I just sent out 65 pieces of mail and they all had tickets in them.
Yeah.
So,
But it was after the fact.
but it was all previous
You
customers.
did, yeah.
And actually it was all our customers. Well, all our customers I had both their name, address, and phone number for the last 4 months. So if I didn't have their address, guess what? They didn't get anything. Maybe they should make sure I have their address. Hey, because you want to get Happy Meal.
Yeah.
You want to get Happy Meal, you gotta
I
give
want
me your
Happy Meal.
address. Like,
Did
right?
you mail me something?
No.
Give it to
I'll give you some.
me.
Anyway, okay. So that was basically my notes from the calls this week. The only other thing I was going to tell you guys is we are going to be changing up the way we're doing coaching calls. And so I am going to not do any coaching calls for September because I want to have my certification I'm getting coaching certified. Woo! So that I can be a better coach to you guys. But that doesn't mean that if you need to have a one-on-one or you need to chat or whatever, we can't do that. So definitely I can post my link if you guys can find my link. It's in there somewhere. Just look for coaching.
Anybody has somebody that they're looking at joining their team.
Yeah.
If they need help talking with the person about, what does that look like?
Yes.
Or has questions about.
Or if you're new, like Christy, right? Christy's new. If you're new like Christy, and you have questions, the Ashleys are not your only source of support. We're definitely here for you. Chandra is great at answering questions too. She's super fast. She beats me most of the time. And you also have the We Shine Brighter group. So make sure that she's been invited to that too, Ashley. Okay. You can feel free to post in there, ask questions. Like Jill was talking earlier, she wants that to be an active community. So it's not her page and it's not, it's all of ours page. And that's what we want the Scent Squad page to feel like too. We want you guys to be like, it's not just me that needs to post in there or just me, because David doesn't really post in there. Like I'm just saying. It's not just me that posts in there, but if you guys see something that is working for you or something like Ashley, you have done over $2,000 in sales. I mean, I think you got the last $7, didn't you? Okay, so she's done over $2,000 in sales for the last 3 months? 2 months? 2 months. So I mean, that's a pretty good deal right there. I'm just saying. I mean, she is definitely doing something right. So like, if you want to share in there, like what you're doing and how you're getting sales, it's cool. Share in there. What I'm getting at is at the end of the day, share all the things. We want you to share and keep asking questions, Christy. There's never too many questions. Keep asking. I answer my phone. I don't answer really between midnight and 7 a.m. But any other time than that, you're welcome to text me, Facebook message me, or any of those things. We'll be happy to answer your questions too if Ashley's not available. What else? Do we have anything? You got anything?
I was going to pull up the report.
Put it up. Oh, he's going to pull up a report. Look out. I'm going to drink some water.
So I pulled up the report for August.
Okay.
Which we're not done with. So there's still time, but I can't see people's faces. I have to look over there at your screen. So.
What do you want me to tell you?
Huh?
What do you want? What do you want to know?
I'm just gonna. Ashley's like number one.
I could have told you that without looking at that report.
She's number one.
She's number one. Chandra's up there too, though. Yeah. She's number 2.
Yep.
Number 2.
Yeah.
Hey, she's almost to that 1,000. Girl, you need to get $50 more in sales. So you get that $1,000, or yeah, the 1,000. The point thing. You know what I mean? The consistency point.
Yep. Who, Ashley?
Ashley needs to get like $7 so that she gets the 5% bonus on her check.
$47.
47. No.
Yeah. 47. She gets
5% bonus.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she'll be like, what?
She'd be like, I got that bonus last month. I'm getting it again this month. Right? Okay. That's the top 3.
Then Thomas is then the top is 4th.
Shoot, where are we?
We're not on here.
Oh, we should be. Oh yeah, we're not showing up on the list at all. We don't show on that list.
No, this is just down. You want to?
No, that's fine. That list is fine.
Yeah.
We're just not showing up. I would just say.
We're not on that list.
I would just say I would be number 2 on that list, Miss. So Chandra, you have to you gotta work, girl. I'm just saying. You can catch me. I'm not that far. I'm not that far ahead of you.
But
we got some work to do to catch Ashley. I'm just saying.
Ashley needs to get that. If she gets $47 more in sales, she's gonna be like getting that check going. Wait a minute, how do I get this again?
That's what she got last month. She wants that same check she got last month. She needs to teach her girls all her ways so that they all are getting a 5% bonus on their check. 30%. 30% basically is your commission. So that's awesome. What is that? 30%. And that's not even considering your group product. Words are hard. So that's a $600 paycheck without even getting paid on your team. What? Just rocking it. Rocking it. 30%. I need to get a 30% paycheck. Did you have anything else?
No.
Okay. All right, ladies. Well, I'm going to stop the recording here and we'll do a little bit Q&A.